Hi guys, welcome to this week's episode of Kate Highlights on Entertainment Scene. My name is Kate Adeogun and I have a whole lot packed for you today. But first, don't forget to like, drop a comment, share, most importantly subscribe, and also hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any updates. Alright, so I will be kicking off with this story and it's about the Idibia family, but one of them is no longer Idibia, she's now Macaulay. Now, Annie Macaulay, the Nollywood star and model, is stepping into a very new chapter, and I think I like that one, and it is with a fresh endorsement deal in hand. Now, she just signed on as an ambassador for Glassic, a beauty brand best known for its teeth whitening product. Now, the news broke on her Instagram when Annie posted, "I'm officially an ambassador," and she also shared her excitement about promoting confidence and also self-love through the brand's mission. And this big win, I know you know, comes on the heels of some personal turbulence. Her ex, I think we can call him that now, Two-Face Idibia, recently introduced his new partner, Honorable Natasha, to the royal leaders of the Idoma Kingdom during a public event at the Ochidoma Palace, right? Now, Natasha even already took on the Idibia name. I mean, it's been for a few weeks now that she took that name, both at the Edo State House of Assembly and also across her social media platforms. But Annie Macaulay is not looking back. She's, moving on with her head very high, and I think I like this for her because she's not just somewhere thinking and brooding about what has happened. She's trying to also continuing making a name for herself. So congratulations to Annie, right? We can say congratulations to Annie Macaulay. Don't make the mistake of calling her Annie Idibia, Annie Macaulay now. Meanwhile, Baba is not just making music anymore, he's also stepping into politics. And I remember I said it one time when the Natasha situation, made its way to social media. I mentioned it that maybe, just maybe, Baba would also get into politics. Now take a look at this now. So the Afrobeats icon has been appointed technical advisor on entertainment and community outreach to the governor, Hyacinth Alia of Benue State. And the appointment was announced during Baba's visit to the government house in Macaulay. Now the governor praised the singer's long-standing support, saying, "When you hear Baba, people start dancing. We need that kind of energy to move our state forward." I don't understand that, but okay, whatever the governor says and whatever Baba wants at this point, it looks like congratulations are in order for both of them. I mean, Baba has moved on, yeah, we can say that. Annie is also trying to fix herself. It's good, right? I really hope that we're not going to get any more drama from them. Like, let them just moving on like that. Make everybody just do all right. No stress, and we 100% wish them the best. Okay, so moving on now. This one is from Kunle Afod, who has denied anything that has to do with Nollywood sex for roles. That allegation. Now, the veteran actor and director Kunle Afod spoke out against sex for roles claims in Nollywood. In a recent radio interview, Afod challenged accusers to come forward with names and also proof. That's a tough one. Now, he didn't deny that romance advances happen in the industry. I mean, even in any industry at that, right? But he also emphasized that consent is key. When I heard that, I'm like, okay, consent is key. But he is saying that talent is what keeps you on the screen, and not necessarily because you slept with some director or you slept with some actor or some filmmaker. Now, he addressed that sleeping your way into a role will not guarantee you success 100%, and you might not last, or you cannot last in Nollywood if you don't have talent. You will just waste your time. That's according to Kunle Afod. And his advice to women in the industry is that they should make their own money, they should produce their own films, that is where the real power is. Now, do you agree with Kunle Afod on this? I think I agree with him. Yes, you might decide to sleep with a filmmaker, or sleep with a director, or sleep with an actor who is, making a film or whatever. But does it guarantee that you're going to be successful in the industry? Does it guarantee that you're going to last? Because, oh yes, there is the sleeping for, but there is the talent as well. So maybe we just stick with our talent and and see how it goes, like how far you can go with your talents, really. But what do you think about this assertion? Now, bearing in mind that Judeko Soko said it one time on the Honest Bunch podcast, right, where he mentioned that he knows some people who actually slept their way to the top. So, but let me know what you think about this. Now, in the same vein, well, not necessarily in the same vein, but something along the lines of that, Pastor Emmanuel Iren has sparked major controversy after claiming that most sexual assault allegations in his ministry turned out to be false. Now, during the sermon, he said 9 out of 10 reported cases ended with the accuser admitting the allegations were not true. He even referenced a case where a man, almost falsely accused, was saved by WhatsApp messages showing that the encounter was consensual. And his comments quickly went viral, of course, with many slamming him for undermining the real victims. Now, critics say such statements would silence survivors and maybe create some sort of hostile environment for anyone who is thinking of speaking out loud. While some church members defended the pastor, arguing that false accusations do happen and that the general sentiment online called for more responsibility and sensitivity from religious leaders. You see, with this case, I wouldn't say maybe 9 out of 10, and this is not to undermine victims or whatnot, but I feel like it has a point, right? Because sometimes after investigations and looking into some of these accusations, right, we find out that some of them are actually false. Some of them are consensual, while some, of course, happened the way the victim said it happened, right? So maybe the false accusations it should stop, really, because why accuse someone wrongly in the first place? Like, I cannot understand the rationale behind it. Why do you want to accuse someone wrongly of that kind of act? You know, it's crazy. And it has affected families, affected marriages, ruined people's lives. You know, the trauma still lingers on in their lives forever. So why would you want to put somebody through that kind of pain or hurt? And let me know what you think about it, though. Alright, moving on now. This one is about Burna Boy, and right now Burna Boy is clearing the air. So the song by Charlie Poppy, Laho, right, happens to be the remix, while the one that Burna Boy is featured on is the original one, which is Laho II. So I don't understand what's going on there. According to the Grammy winner, it was the original version that was recorded first, but it got delayed due to some clearance issues. Does that make sense to you? I'm trying to wrap my head around it because I'm like, let's just make it the remix now. Why are we making it the original? Like, what's the confusion about? Because we heard one first, so we're hearing another one now. We're going to just think it's the remix. Like, it is the remix as far as I am concerned, because whatever clearance issues you had that made the original got delayed to be released. At this point, is it really our business? Like, we've enjoyed the first one, let's just enjoy the second one, whether now original or being a remix. Abi? Also, about Burna Boy, right? In a recent podcast, music executive Obi Asika revealed that Burna Boy was once blocked from getting performance slots, all because he was not from Lagos. I mean, we know that Burna Boy is from Port Harcourt, right? Now, Burna responded online, confirming the story. You know, Obi Asika said a whole lot of things during that interview. So now Burna Boy responded online, right, confirming the story that Obi Asika said, and he even added that he did not even scratch the surface. So that means Obi was even very, I don't know, he didn't say much. I was thinking he said a lot, but now Burna Boy is saying he didn't even scratch the surface of what actually happened or some of the things he went through while he was, you know, coming up. And he also added that they did everything to break him and that they are still doing it right now. Like, they are still trying. But according to him, all they did was to create a fire that is now burning them. I mean, it's Burna Boy for a reason, right? And he said it will burn them forever. Hey, God, I beg. But I mean, Big ups to Burna Boy as well, right? Now he's one of Afrobeats' most successful exports, and is clearly not allowing the past define him. So that's a good one. But at the same time, he will not forget it though. They won't forget it. It's going to be hard to forget, really. All right, moving on. Harvard University just gave Nigerian high life icon Mike Ejeagha his flowers. Now, the school hosted a screening of Gentleman, the Legend of Mike Ejeagha, a documentary chronicling the music legend's life and the cultural impact. Now, the event, organized by Harvard's African Language Program, featured footage of Ejeagha's use of music to preserve the Igbo culture, the Igbo language, and also folklore. Directed by Michael Ike, the documentary includes interviews, archives, and also tales from his journey dating back to the 1960s. Now, this comes months after Brain Jotta's viral skit sparked renewed interest in Mike's work, and this is a proof that his legacy continues to resonate across generations and also continents. And I think I particularly like this. On a final note, this one is an interesting one. So Ed Sheeran says he went temporarily blind after smoking with Snoop Dogg. And in my head, I'm like, you know what, Kiri? Now you're kind of the five besides Snoop. Are you playing? In a TikTok clip, he revealed that he once smoked with the rap legend and temporarily lost his vision. Like, it's very hilarious. I'm not even going to lie. Now, fans had a field day in the comments, calling it the most iconic crossover ever, and I think I agree with that 100%. Now, let's not forget, Snoop once claimed that he quit smoking in the year 2023, only to later reveal that it was an ad for Solo Stove, a smokeless fire pit brand, right? And classic Snoop, let me put it like that, is always blazing and always branding, right? Always blazing, always branding. So in my head, I'm like, Ed Sheeran, what are you looking for up and down? It was hilarious, and that's why it made its way to my highlights this week on Entertainment Scene. Alright, what a ride, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to drop a comment, like, share, most importantly, subscribe to eLife with Kate for more updates. Until next time, make sure to stay classy, stay spicy, and continue to live your best life. Mwah. Bye-bye.